Hey guys, this is Corey Brennan. You know what the fuck you're listening to, the Poor Man's Podcast.
Thank you.
What am I going to get a drop?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Probably when you stop shitting in the middle of the intro. No. We're back here at 565 Live, and you know that Chey's here. Chey, do it right now. Can you give us one real quick? Welcome back.
You're listening to the Poor Man's Podcast.
You got a grip on that, girl.
That was great.
Well, when he gets that close to my mouth, I usually do.
Oh,
Thank you.
We're here.
That's a good one.
Before Chey just kills it the rest of the night, let me introduce our guest. We have comedian Sarah Morgan coming in. I'm sorry. I'm just looking up there. That threw me off. We have Sarah Morgan in here. Comedian, sketch artist, right? All the stuff you do. Stand up. You do a lot. All the funny stuff.
All the funny stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the funny stuff.
So thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Cheech.
Yeah.
Are you able to take the 565 logo off the top right? It's bothering me. I'm sorry.
I think because it's still on there from when you put that on there.
I did put it on there, but when we went on the other one, it was kind of over their faces a little bit, and I don't want it to interfere.
Sorry, Bob.
But Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, I always say every week, like we have a couple people that recommend people, but I feel like 60% of the people who have been on have recommended that you come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people. So
everybody.
Yeah, people
Makes me feel fancy.
Yeah, people are talking really good about you behind your back. So
that's nice.
That's a good thing. Yeah, it definitely beats the alternative. I feel like that's normally what people hear.
Well, they know what'll happen if they.
The wrath.
So they know. They know it's better for them to talk nicely.
Yeah, it's better. It's better to be on your good
for their own
side.
safety.
So, how long have you been, I guess, doing all things comedy right now?
So I started September of 2019.
Oh, okay.
And then the pandemic happened shortly after. So I had probably about 5 or 6 months of like stage time before everything shut down. And then instead of not doing comedy during that time, I did a lot of online comedy. Yeah. And I did some outdoor shows and things like that. So it's like it's a weird time warp situation for me when people ask that question.
Yeah.
It's like there was a solid year and a half where it was just speaking into the abyss.
Yeah.
And, no feedback.
I feel like that's such a rough way to kind of get your feet wet in it. Like if you haven't been doing it for years and years before, you said you're only doing it for a couple months before kind of everything shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it kind of proved to me though that I really enjoy it because I kept doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like that was an easy out for so many things for so many people.
Oh, yeah.
So just the fact that wasn't even like a question in my mind.
Yeah,
if
for
I wanted
sure.
to stop or not, like said something to me like, no,
there's always like a
this.
million reasons to give up on it or not do it, or just having to do anything means you have to put effort towards something. Yep. So yeah, just doing it for that long. I know from just us doing like this show we haven't been doing it as long, but we've been doing it for like a year now and just doing it every week and stuff, and that's the hardest part is just consistency.
Yeah. I think that's like the hard part for everyone.
Yeah. So when you, I was telling them before you came on, you do your sketch show, Nebby Neighbors. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how did that start from the pandemic?
Yeah, that started. I had the idea. I don't know if it was during the pandemic or like right before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Nextdoor. If you guys are familiar with that app. Mm-mm. It's like a neighborhood
app.
Yeah. I used to be a part of it when I lived in Beaver. Okay.
I was thinking it was like a comedy troupe.
No.
I'm like Nextdoor.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
That's why we made a show out of it.
Yeah.
And, but I had always been on it when I moved into my house. I got on it and I would just see things that people would post online, and I'm just like, this is like so ridiculous.
You can find out all the tea.
Yeah.
Like I deleted the app, and it still pops up in my email. And I'm like,
something.
Oh shit, what's happening on? What's going on with Jimmy?
And
what is it?
There's like heavy hitter people that are like posting about every single thing that happens.
Yes.
So it's like Facebook, but just for your neighborhood.
No shit. Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
had one
but I wanted
Beaver.
to clear that up.
I bet
get
there's
one
in Beaver?
Yes.
Are there people on it in Beaver?
God, yeah. You should see it. It pops up in my email.
I mean,
all the
they're
time.
in like they're like everywhere.
I
like,
want it.
You can just sign up. You don't have like a lot of people think like
So,
you have to own a home to be on it, but you don't.
No.
You can like rent an apartment, like whatever. As long as you're in a
I'd
neighborhood.
love to see what's going on in Beaver Falls.
Right. I was just about to say that.
As long as you're in a neighborhood anywhere, you can have it. So I would go on there, and it was just like pure chaos at all times. And a friend of mine was like, "You need to turn this into a comedy show." And I couldn't quite like wrap my head around how to turn it into a show. But then
even if you have the idea, like how do you translate that into that?
Yeah. And at the time I was doing a lot of stand up and a lot of improv. And so like my brain wasn't quite able to figure that whole thing out yet. But then when the pandemic happened, it was kind of like, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. It's an online format. The Social Network is already an online format. So that made it a lot easier for me. So we started in March of 2020, and we've been doing, we had 4 online shows. We had an online show for the Rochester Fringe Festival last fall. And then we've been doing stage shows.
Yeah.
It's a bi-monthly at Arcade Comedy Theater.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it seems like it's been doing really well.
It's been great. We've been selling out. So, like, if you want to go, don't sleep on the tickets.
Yeah.
'Cause you'll miss it.
Yeah. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
People really seem to enjoy it, and like it's always funny for me looking out in the crowd because I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
Like who, but there is definitely like a group in Pittsburgh that loves all things next door.
Yeah.
Like during the show, sometimes we'll play a audience participation game to see who is the nebbiest neighbor.
Yeah.
And like people get so into it.
I bet.
It's so great.
I'm picturing it to be like a bingo hall.
Yeah.
Like for that kind of chaos, for something like that.
Yeah, it's just like totally weird and fun and like just like good positive silliness. Like it could get really dark really fast, but like we just choose not to go that route, you know? Like we just want it to be pure silliness.
Right. Oh, that's definitely nice to have and just have that as the break. You kind of do want to have, you know, you're taking a break from all the bad stuff you hear constantly that's shoved down your throat, and you can't go anywhere. You can't open your phone. It'll show, you know, there's bombing here or whatever.
Yeah.
You want that. You want to turn off your phone or whatever for however long, an hour or however long you're out, and laugh at something that's, you know, ridiculous or whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, Pittsburghers are hilarious in their own right.
Yeah.
So I think that like it just has really, it's just really worked out really well. So
how did you make I guess, what did you start with? Did you start with stand-up or did you do improv? You were saying you did both of those before trying sketch, or how?
Yeah, I did improv first as like a prep for stand-up. And I took improv classes at Arcade because I had no stage experience, theater experience, nothing. So I didn't know what was going on. And so I took the improv class. I really liked everybody that was in my class and like continued with those classes. And then I started doing stand-up. Took another class at Arcade for that. Was doing a bunch of open mics and starting to get shows. And then the pandemic happened. And when the pandemic happened, I continued doing all of it, but I was doing it online. And then once things started to open up again, I got back into improv and stand-up. And at that point, we already had, I think, like 6 Nebby shows under our belt.
Oh, yeah.
So we just continued. We, like, moved it from the screen to on stage. So, yeah. So
that would be a lot of fun to, like, perform that. Yeah.
How did that work out, doing that, you know, remotely? With working with other people, and was there like a lag? I know just from interviewing people on us, like the technical difficulties we face are like, I mean, it's not even trying to be funny. It's like you say something, and so much of comedy is like timing and hitting your point.
Yeah.
If there's a delay in that, was that something you faced at all? Or
I had, I think, one show where the power went out.
Yeah.
In the middle of the show.
Damn. It's like as bad as it gets.
Yeah, and like but it wasn't my power.
Yeah.
It was like the other person's. So then I had to play off of them just disappearing.
Yeah.
So like that was really
that was probably funny.
that was really funny. The good part was I was performing with an improv team when the pandemic started, and so we kind of adapted. I learned a lot of stuff through them.
Yeah.
Because like it brought out a lot of other people's talents, like editing and sound and video and stuff like that. So as a group, we all had these different talents, and so we took probably like a month and a half just to figure that part out.
Yeah.
We didn't even worry about, is this funny? It was more like, is this even gonna work?
Yeah.
And then we'll make it funny.
It doesn't matter how good the writing is if people can't hear it or see it, or it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And then there's like also a lot of parts with online stuff that you can't do on stage, like, you know, like flipping the screen upside down, or you know, like transitions and things like that. So, you know, just over time figuring all of that stuff out and then working it in, and then stuff started opening up and we were like, oh, well, now we learned all these things online that are so cool. How do we take these things and put them on stage? Yeah. So there is a lot of stuff from our online shows that we've like parlayed over to the stage, which that alone I think makes it like a very different kind of show, because there is a lot of technology and music, and like our stage manager, he like writes like a new song every show, and, you know, so we have a lot of different elements that come into play.
Do you think you would ever go back to just like maybe once a month doing something just strictly online that you could release or something? Or do you think you're just going to focus on doing stage from now on and live?
I mean, I'm never opposed to doing anything.
Yeah.
I think that's like how I got in the situation. Now, you know? But I would totally be down for like doing, we've talked about that too, like doing like mini web series. Stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, the internet's not going away. So
yeah, I think you're safe on that.
Yeah, we're never getting rid of it. So I think to not take advantage of it,
for sure,
kind of silly.
You
know.
It seems like it would have potential for if you wanted to do something like that.
For sure.
Put together like 6 episodes or something, and just I think, you know, and just I think that is one good thing about the pandemic that people can get from it is like if you're like an entrepreneurial mind or like willing to work and you want to create something on your own and you're willing to do it, they kind of had some time to do it and people got their feet wet kind of doing their own thing, and I think a lot of people have taken that path now.
Yeah.
Just creating their own thing or doing whatever.
And I mean, like, honestly, one of the best parts about the pandemic for me as a performer was that I didn't have any, like, naysayers being like, oh, that's not funny. You know, like, maybe they were at home in their living room, but I couldn't see you know, so, like, it gave me, like, the confidence to be like, oh, this is some weird shit, but I'm gonna just put it out there because I think it's hilarious, you know, like then you find your audience that way. And because for me, like making stuff, like I don't care if other people like it. I think it's fucking hilarious. So we're going for it. And I think that like that built my confidence up and also like gave me this layer of like, I don't care if you don't laugh. Because we just don't have the same sense of humor, you know? And that I don't think I would have gotten for like a long time.
That's one thing I think, especially with comedy, if you're like trying to please everyone, you're going to please nobody, kind of.
Yeah, you're
like
never
it's just,
do it.
It's like this generic cover-all comedy that's not really like, and then you will say things that maybe not everyone will think are funny, but then the people that do think are funny are going to think it's way funnier. So like, I mean, you can't please everybody, and that's how it is with any kind of art. You're not going to get everyone with every music or every movie, and it's not like it's not good. It's just not what I like. I don't know.
There's just like certain things for certain people. So
food or whatever, Cheech, you know?
All food's for me though, my man.
You don't dislike any food?
There's nothing that
I was asking you that.
Right now, no.
Yeah, because...
Sarah, do you like SpaghettiOs?
Chey, we were going to wait to get to the hard-hitting questions.
I like you guys.
In order, meatballs, Franks, plain, go.
I had SpaghettiOs recently, and I was like, these aren't as good as I remember.
No.
Okay, cool. Like our answer. Which ones were they? Were they just like regular?
Was it
Did they have any
plain?
I think they were just
Yeah,
regular
Chey.
spaghetti.
It's the original.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the original. Excuse me, I'm not spaghetti.
I think they were just regular old
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Okay.
It's the sauce.
Nothing fancy.
No, so like I had.
I
Are you
really-
asking her? Or are you telling her?
No, I
I
really
was
was
hoping you agree.
I was
Yeah,
really,
you're
like,
looking at her like nod. I'm staring at you until you nod at me.
No, I was really like bummed out. 'Cause
Yeah.
as a kid,
You
I
have
ate them all
such
the
a
time.
fond memory of it that when
Yeah.
you went back, it wasn't the same.
You know what else
Yeah.
I did that was Yoo-Hoo.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I think Yoo-Hoo got better than when I was young.
You gotta have it half frozen though. When
You're
it turns
crazy.
a little slushy.
Chris started listening to
little
ska
slushy
music.
is good.
Yeah,
I disagree with all of you. Yoo-Hoo is awful.
No, yeah, no.
I
don't like
still
Yoo-Hoo.
think it's bad,
I don't
but I
like
think it's
Yoo-Hoo.
better than it used to be. I never liked
Which
it. And I
one?
still
The one
don't.
in the
Gross.
boxes or the one in the cans?
Either or.
I'm talking about the one in the glass
Gross.
bottle, man.
Oh, the glass bottle.
You talking about the juice
Glass
box?
bottle.
Juice
Oh, I
box
haven't
fuck
had a
yeah.
glass bottle, and I don't even know how
You talking
long.
about the juice
No,
box?
glass
like
bottle's
fucking
the only way to
Yeah,
go.
that's I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that the
The
can
other
is the
way-
best one. I think can's the best
I don't
one.
even know what the can is.
Oh, the can is great.
Ew.
I'm picturing it in
Yeah.
like
And
it
the
seems like it would
box-
come in like a tuna can. I don't know why Yoo-Hoo would come in like a wider one than
It's like a
mine.
beer
No.
can.
No,
It's like
that's
literally like a
wrong.
pop can.
I just-
Yoo-Hoo out of the glass still sucks.
Yeah.
It's all gross. Yeah,
I haven't
it
had a
sucks.
Yoo-Hoo out
Yeah.
of the glass in so long.
Well, what
That's
isn't it
crazy. I
supposed?
forgot
Isn't
you
it a
made
chocolate
such
drink?
It's a chocolate
Whenever
drink.
it's
What the
whenever it's a
fuck does that
flavor and then
mean?
ends in
Water.
drink,
What is it? Yeah, but like that's
that means
nasty.
add sugar and water
Yeah.
to insert color.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that's the flavor.
It's water with
Nasty.
something in there.
Yeah. Here's a little bit of cream.
It's cocoa powder.
Just so you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
No,
It's just
no.
I
water.
would
and
100%
chemicals.
pick up.
This is a
cans of
perfect
Yoo-Hoo.
segue to.
Oh my
There-
god.
it's-
Do you prefer Yoo-Hoo's chilled or room temperature?
Chilled,
Chilled,
bro.
you psycho.
Okay, well
Yeah.
you're eating them out of a box. I see them. They
Oh,
don't
no, I
always
said
chill.
the box has to be half frozen.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that.
It
they're
has
not-
to be slushy.
Aren't they not refrigerated in the grocery store?
No.
Yes.
That's what it. Right.
As in, I
yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, they're not. It's weird. It's gross.
Yeah.
Put them in the fucking fridge.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
either like if you bought a can of Coke, it's not refrigerated, but should drink that chilled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think most beverages, other than
Should
like
be
a
chilled.
dairy, you should chill anyway.
Yeah.
But that gets to the bigger
Did you
question.
say other than a dairy?
No, I'm saying
All beverages except for dairy.
I'm saying
items.
dairy are already chilled, so you would
Oh,
keep them
yeah,
chilled.
yeah. You
Beverages
have
that
to do it
aren't
all
dairy
on
that
your
aren't,
own.
you
Yeah.
should still chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're all on the same page about
too.
that. Yeah.
Do you
Now-
still drink regular milk? Everybody here
I
still drink
can't.
regular milk?
Shit's
I
bad
hate
for
it.
you.
It's
I
disgusting.
will throw up or immediately have to go to the bathroom, like within
I
20
just put
minutes
it,
of
like,
eating
in my
cereal.
coffee and in my cereal. I don't
I love
like.
all
I
the
do,
milk
but I-
straight
Not as a
Yeah, not
beverage.
drinking it. Yeah.
Huh?
I said not drinking it. I'll do like cereal or something.
Yeah.
I don't even buy it. It literally goes bad before I even open it.
Well, we were talking last week to Dave and Brianna from Play to Pittsburgh. They said they were with you for the bracket night.
Bracket night.
What can you tell us a little bit about that?
Bracket night is
Is that something that you do all the time?
no.
Oh, you just got invited.
Katie Terrera runs
Okay.
that show, and she'll pick like a different category every month, and throughout the prior month, people online will choose what is going to go into the bracket.
Yeah.
And so she had us on for best Pittsburgh delicacy, and so we argued about what the best Pittsburgh delicacy was, and I had Heinz ketchup, the Clark bar. There were two more, chipped ham and something else.
So are you like given things and you have to
Right.
argue on behalf of it, or do you pick?
Yeah, so she'll give you like 4 things.
Yeah.
And you have to like positively argue,
Okay, yeah.
you know, why it's the best. And then like the second round, it's like why you should not vote for whatever
Okay,
has
yeah.
moved forward.
Okay.
And then the third round, we write a haiku.
Oh yeah.
And we like as a panel argue about what's best and worst. And then she has like some kind of app that when the audience is there on their phone,
Yeah.
can real time vote
Yeah.
whatever one they want to move forward to the next round, and so on and so forth. So
That's so cool.
That is
yeah,
cool.
it's
yeah.
Did you like the things that
So
you had
fun.
to fight for?
yes,
Yeah. What's a
It was
Clark's bar?
What? Is it Clark Bar? Wow, Clark Bar is a Pittsburgh original that like changed the candy bar game. And then like think of like a Butterfingers. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what a Clark Bar is like. But Clark Bar started in Pittsburgh and then it went away and went bankrupt, and then a smaller company was like, no, we're bringing the Clark Bar back. So it came back a couple years ago. It was like a whole big deal. But it was when it went away, people were very, very sad.
I'm gonna have to try one.
Yeah. You
Never.
can
I don't even think I've even heard of it.
It's like a red wrapper, right?
It's in a red wrapper,
brown
with
writing.
blue letters on it. It was gone. It was like, I think it was like 4 or 5 years that it didn't exist. So, but yeah.
Have you heard of it?
I haven't had one forever, but like I wasn't a giant fan, so when I didn't know they even went away.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. I was real sad.
Yeah.
How do you like that versus the Klondike, which is also a Pittsburgh original, right?
The Klondike is a Pittsburgh original.
From Isley's.
Shit.
Yeah,
Never
Isley's
knew
is better.
that.
Isley's.
Yeah.
Right on.
I never knew that.
The more you know.
Right.
The more you know.
This is a class. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, Pittsburgh class.
You can freeze a Clark Bar,
Yeah.
which I think is even better than a Klondike.
Shay said half frozen, like a yoo-hoo.
It's like
Yeah.
frozen thin mix.
Yeah.
Little
bit.
frozen.
Half frozen.
Little
bit.
Yeah.
Just
Just a little bit, like a slushy.
like a slushy.
She does it.
Slushy, yeah.
like
yeah.
a slushy.
Well, the big topic that we touched on was Heinz ketchup, and you said that you had that one, which I love Heinz ketchup.
Is
Big
there really
fan.
any other even, is there any other ketchup? No.
No,
Like,
Hunt's
why?
garbage.
Hunt's is there, yeah,
Garbage.
garbage. But like, I don't believe that there should be any other ketchup that exists.
I don't either.
Like on the face of the planet.
Fancy ketchup from
What's
wherever.
what's the ketchup? What's the ketchup like when you're traveling down south and you stop at a rest stop? What's the fucking ketchup they have there? That shit's gross. Is it like every rest stop on the way down? I forget
Isn't
the name
it
of it.
Hunt's?
Yeah, I know. I
No,
would think
it's-
Hunt's, but maybe that's more Midwest versus Southern.
It's like I just remember stopping like
remember what
the
it
outer
looks
bank.
You know what? It doesn't
Like the
even
most
deserve
generic.
to be spoken about.
You know what?
So you know what?
It doesn't deserve
Good.
us to remember the name.
It doesn't.
Anyway.
It
Yeah, fuck
proves
that
the
shit.
point.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Heinz forever.
But
I mean, like, the balls on the people that even think they can make a
Ketchup
yeah.
better?
Really?
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
That's
like
true.
that.
it's been perfected. What are you trying to
Right.
do?
Yeah, like, who do you think
You can
are
only
making
come
a
up short.
Making
different
ketchup, yeah.
kind of ketchup, you asshole? Like, no.
Real fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Let's type an open letter right now to Hunt's. Who do you think you are, asshole? To
How
think
fucking dare you?
the gall.
The audacity of the man who made another ketchup. Give
Made
me
it
your
trash.
self-esteem.
Yeah, if only.
Please.
If only.
If
You
only.
arrogant fuck.
Yeah.
But were you on team chill ketchup or not chill ketchup?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care. That's the worst answer I could have gotten.
Oh, you got me started.
Dave made it sound like you were big on team chilled ketchup.
I'm big on team ketchup.
Okay. But if you
I'll
had
take it chilled. I'll take
If
it
we walk into your
warm.
house right now, where's your ketchup?
Okay, well, right now,
right now, it's in my car.
Non-existent.
right now, I have about 42 takeout ketchup packets in the top shelf of my refrigerator.
Chilled.
So
Boom.
chilled. Yeah.
Do you put them in the
Chilled.
shelf that with the flap down for the eggs or the old school dairy thing, or do you know? What I'm talking?
Yeah.
That's where
That's where you
that's
have
where
to put
condiments
them.
have to
That's
go,
where
right?
they go.
That's
Yes.
where they
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Refrigerators should just market it to holding condiments there
Yeah.
instead of whatever.
They
Ketchup
have
should be chilled
their own
all the
little
time.
bowls where they all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually have like a bottle of ketchup right now.
Oh, it
But
should
it's
be
chilled.
chilled.
That's a
It
good
belongs
answer.
in the fridge, though.
It
It does.
absolutely
Let's be
does.
It does. It needs to thicken up and be cold, and
It'd be
it's.
cool. A hot fry just slapped in some
With that cold ketchup?
Oh,
Shay, where were you
shit.
last week, man?
Right.
Brianna was
pretty
wishy
much
washy
the only
about
thing
it,
I know how
and
to
Dave
fight
said
about
he
is
didn't
food.
care either.
Oh yeah, no.
They
no,
were more on board with room temperature.
But
That's
that's,
nasty
the beauty of
shit.
ketchup is that There are no bounds.
As long as it's
It doesn't
Heinz.
go
Well,
bad.
right, it's
Yeah.
wonderful because, like, say you use it and then you leave it out and then you go away and you go to bed or something. It's not bad in the morning.
But
you
I-
just pop it back in the fridge.
It's still good.
It's
My
the
glove
universal
compartment in my
condiment.
car.
But I'm gonna be
probably has
depressed if I
$1,000.
I
have to
wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
I used to travel with a bottle. I'm hardcore Heinz.
Damn.
Because I
That's
won't have the
serious.
fancy stuff from fast food places, and it's not like I'm eating healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't.
No doubt.
Yeah.
There is a really weird like rogue ketchup in my fridge right now, and it's called like Red Hot.
Throw it away.
Red Hot.
It's not
ketchup?
red hot.
Wait,
Oh,
like
I
the
thought you
hot
had
sauce
the Red
company?
Hot sauce.
No, it's ketchup.
Oh.
But is it
Does
from
have
is
a
it from
spice to
the
it?
hot sauce company or
I
no?
don't think so.
The audacity of making another ketchup
Is it
and
spicy?
taking a hot
No,
sauce name.
no.
Arrogant
It's normal
fucks,
ketchup.
man. Who the hell's
showed up
making
today.
ketchup anymore?
I kind of like the cut of their jib though.
I don't appreciate it, Chris.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I don't appreciate it
Honestly,
one
though, I
bit.
feel
think
like
I
would put
like
that in
how
my
forward
fridge
they are.
just to be able to have this conversation.
Having two conversations.
I purposely have not used it so that whenever someone comes
love
over,
it.
I can be like, "What is this?
Right.
best of friends.
Do you have
What kind-
any idea?
What kind of ketchup is this?" Yeah,
I'm glad we just had two conversations.
That's
That's what we just said.
Way better than
We
what
just stopped and I just stared at the camera and I just we're good.
we were on topic. I don't know
Yeah.
what you two
Yeah,
are.
but
like.
you guys probably veered
I
somewhere.
think it meshed together perfectly like a Lin-Manuel Miranda song.
Oh,
because you could hear you guys talking, but we were also talking, but I think it meshed.
It probably did. It probably sounded good.
Or it just sounded like a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Either
we'll
way.
go back and listen to it. It'll be like the Wolf of Wall Street scene
anything-
where he pictures the one, and then I'm gonna go back, and it's like I had a Quaalude.
Yeah, I can guarantee that sounds like hot garbage.
Yeah,
Was anything really that important though?
we were discussing
yeah.
red hot ketchup.
I mean,
It's
were we both? were we
me
all
and Chris
discussing it?
Oh, were we? Yeah,
you
this
guys?
was a
No, we-
commercial for red hot
No,
ketchup.
we weren't. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then no.
Chris
Our
said he liked
conversation
the
was
cut of
way-
their jib, and I said I don't appreciate it.
yeah.
The
That
color
was
of
it.
what?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Though to like have that conversation with somebody in like Utah,
Yeah.
like do
They gotta
care?
have Heinz out there.
Like, do
No.
they care as much?
You
though?
don't think?
Yeah, true.
I feel like Utah's
Where
an extra special state to pick though, because I feel like they're going to be
But
different than
isn't
most
that
states.
where you really want to
Yeah.
get the word on the street?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
pulse of the people
For sure.
in Utah.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
What I'm
out
saying, if
there.
you're trying to get the overall feel, I don't think that's the average is in Utah.
Okay, what about like
Because the average number of
Kansas.
wives in Utah is like
I'd like to
Yeah.
hear Idaho's opinion.
right?
Yeah, get
For, you know,
what's
the
Kansas have
fried
to say
state,
about
you know,
it?
The
Listen.
potato state.
They've got all those potatoes.
That's what I'm saying. I'd love to hear the
Oh.
opinion of them.
What are they?
Do you know
dipping their
Orida
potatoes
is
what I'm
for
saying.
Oregon and Idaho? Because that's where they get their potatoes.
Yeah.
Orida is Oregon and Idaho.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh,
Where they got
fun
their name.
fact.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Fun fact.
they team up with Heinz. I saw it on the back of their thing. So well, there you
I
go.
didn't know.
We're learning all about Clark bars and Idaho and Utah.
Learning
And
some
yoo-hoos.
stuff.
Chilled yoo-hoos.
And chilled youths.
Everything.
Yeah.
Now, there's one. I do have another question about some comedy before we get too off topic. with sketch and doing improv and doing stand up, what do you like as far as the working by yourself versus working with other people?
That's excellent. I am a very solitary person in my own personal life. So I think that bit comes very naturally to me. But when it comes to specifically Nubby Neighbors, I love the collaboration that has happened. Mostly because I just kind of like present the core of the show and let people run with it.
Yeah.
And like seeing what people have come up with over the different episodes and over the past year and has been really great. But I do love working on my own and like just, it's all my own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really difficult to work alone. Like if I had to like come up with I barely come up with ideas for here.
You think it's easier to work alone though, or like have to compromise with other folks and like find a happy medium? Sometimes
so like if I had to do what we're doing now and did it by myself, I would not.
You'd blat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
Me too.
Like I wouldn't want to do this. I'd rather do this and debate with you guys every single episode about something stupid than have choices of than have it to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Like I would rather have that conversation of like, no, your idea is stupid as fuck. We're going with mine, than just being like, my idea is stupid as fuck. I have to come up with
that. Yeah, that's one of those
idea.
things where it's like if you're in charge, like you get to decide, but it's also like it's your decision, so it's all on you. So
yeah.
like maybe you get to say over what you're saying 100%,
right?
But if 100% of what you're saying isn't that funny, then
yeah.
So it's all on you. So that's why I'm interested because I could see pros and cons to both of it. Because like I like working with them and stuff because like I'm more comfortable. Because I'm very uncomfortable, like, being by myself with that. But it's also, like, you have to have, everything has to work together. And we have to have extra microphones. And we have to have extra headphones. And we have to have extra seating. And there's spacing. And then we have to communicate. And if I'm like, you know what, I'm running 15 minutes late, I got to tell them that. And, like, you worry all about that. But it's also a comfort. And there's almost like a safety net if I'm working with them. Then there's two other voices.
Yeah.
But then, So that's what I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, I think that, like, when it comes to stand-up stuff, I definitely just work on my own stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really like collaborate with anybody. I have a couple people that I'll like run jokes by.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this? Whatever. But for the most part, that stuff is like just me on my own doing my thing. And then, with Nebby, that like my co-producers, Beth Getches, when we were online, she was the one that like put all the slides together and figured out like a lot of the different online stuff. And now that we're on stage, she has a lot of theater background. And then you have me, and then we have our stage manager, James Jameson, and he's very musical and stuff like that. So like he will plug in like sound cues and lighting in places that I never would have thought of.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, I think because Nebby is such a collaborative effort as a show, it would be nowhere near as good as it is I not like leaned on those people and like, really trusted them to do their thing. And so that's been a really good like learning experience for me too. Because I am so quick to just be like, screw you guys, I'm going going off on my own.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah. So if you say you have like a thought about something, how do you determine whether I want to work this into sketch or I want to work this into my routine or whatever, or is there anything you're like, oh well I could do this but I could also do it like that? Have you ever been torn between an idea?
Yeah, there's definitely like I feel like everything kind of starts out as a joke in like the stand-up format. But there are some times where jokes are better as sketches. Yeah. Because they need more setup or more detail oriented stuff than you can give just while doing a stand up set. And then when it comes to like doing stuff for Nebby Neighbors, I don't really like my only process for that show is that I go on at Nextdoor every day and I look at posts.
Yeah.
And then when showtime comes around, I start pulling stuff from what I have bookmarked and as the running order for the show. Yeah. So sometimes there's a theme, sometimes there isn't a theme. Sometimes it's just like the same kind of post over and over again. Yeah. So it really just kind of depends on the format of what I'm already working on. And then also, like, how do I expand on that to make it the best that it could be? Yeah. And it's honestly just, like, trial and error to see if it works out or not. Yeah.
I hate trial and error.
So scary.
It is. I mean, sometimes you're like, thank God, like, it turned out so good. But then you're like, I didn't want to have to learn that lesson. That was trash.
She wants one and done.
Yeah, the worst is like when you think you're really on to something and it just fucking falls flat. And you're like, man, all right.
I really felt good about that one.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I thought it was hilarious. So I'm going to be doing that one at home by myself.
Have you ever had it where you were like pitching ideas or talking about it with people and like somebody thought they had a great idea and then to break it to them like, that's not as good as you think it is? Or maybe you find another way. I don't know.
I've had a lot
or like good ways to word it. You probably wouldn't say that's trash. Let's think of this,
or
maybe let's work.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I am.
But we do a good idea instead.
Hiding my feelings is not a strong point of mine.
A wonderfully bad idea.
Yeah. I have had people come to me with ideas for shows and stuff, and I always I give them honest advice, and I give them like what I think would work, but I also give them notes on like, maybe look at it from this angle and see what you can do, because it's not like, with comedy there's so many ways that you can change things and redo things.
So just like edit one word.
The first time you do it, it might not work, but then if you add like a couple sentences or a sound effect, like it could change the whole entire thing. So I like to encourage people like not to give up on their ideas. The idea out of the gate is probably not the idea that you're gonna have in the final form, and you need to be okay with that. And I think a lot of people aren't okay with that.
Well, I think if you're gonna get into some, especially collaborative things, like if you're gonna be spitting ideas out, like you have to understand like it's from a like community, like we all want the same goal. So we're working together. Like I'm not insulting you. I'm just tweaking things. And I mean, maybe I don't know for sure. This is just my thoughts. These are my feedback.
Yeah, you really have to be like open to the give and take and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to like stand-up comedy, I am the complete opposite, and I'm like, no, this is the way I'm doing it. You can shut the fuck up. And then I like go on stage and it doesn't work, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I should have listened.
That was just that audience.
Oh shit.
What do they know?
Learning.
Yeah, it's a trial and error.
Fuck those people anyway.
Yeah.
Still shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's fine.
So where can everybody who's listening or watching find all your information if they want to find your shows or your information?
Yeah, best place would be Instagram under ESMO, ESS_MOE. And then from there, I post like all my shows. There's also a direct link to Nebby Neighbors. You can watch online shows for Nebby Neighbors on Arcade Comedy's website on YouTube, as well as in the Nebby Neighbors YouTube. So those are some previous episodes. Don't even bother looking for me on Facebook. And Twitter and TikTok is also ESMO as well.
TikTok? You're on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
I got you.
Maybe it's
Shey's the queen.
TikTok thing.
Yeah.
TikTok is amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, listen. Once you're on TikTok,
5 minutes on TikTok is actually 5 hours in real time.
It's like
TikTok
Inception.
Ruins every other
you
social
never saw
platform for you.
Absolutely.
Afterwards, TikTok is the absolute like dumpster fire back alley bar brawl of the internet.
The best thing that's ever happened to me.
But everyone is
just the Wild West
and friendly.
Yeah.
And then you go on these other social media sites and you're like, you're boring.
It's really sad because that's exactly what happens. I'm like, I don't give a shit about your meme, and I don't give a shit about your kids. Your dumbass family.
And now it's like
all right, Chey. Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, now it's
You can break eye
your
contact with me.
Dumbass family.
I don't want to see your fucking kids at all. And like,
I fortunately love Chris's boys.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay,
They are my favorite.
I don't. Okay.
It's the sass.
Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of other
They're little
families,
dicks.
I'm good.
I'm
It's a
kidding,
still
Chey.
photo.
Joke,
It's a
dude.
still photo. I don't want that.
I don't want to see anybody else's kids.
Like, I want to go on TikTok.
I like them because they're mine. If they weren't mine, bye.
I love it. I talk about TikTok quite a bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Stand-up
Everything
stuff.
I do, definitely, I can link a TikTok video to it.
It's ruined my entire life.
Have you ever gone on to like your settings where you can like clear your cache and it actually shows you how many videos you've watched?
Yeah.
I'm at
That
626
sounded like a very
million.
regretful. Like you
I'm not kidding.
You don't want to
I
ever
checked
look
it.
at that.
I
Does it
checked
count?
it last week.
Does it
It's-
count if you like swipe through it as a view
I don't think
immediately?
so. I
No,
think that
you
you
gotta
have to
watch
watch the
the
whole
whole-
video. Yeah.
And you've watched 6 million?
626 million.
How are there that many seconds since TikTok's been invented?
Listen, I've spent a solid
We were in a
15 hours
pandemic.
straight.
wasn't a lot.
It's just a huge number.
But now it's like
That's some
what?
impressive numbers. Wait,
Put
you have-
Forrest
give me
Gump
my
on
phone.
TikTok,
Give me
man.
give me my phone.
I need him to check his.
I need.
I literally
Absolutely.
like look
Yeah.
for shows that are good to have on in the background while I'm watching.
My friend does that. My friend will be like he's a lot extra. He'll have like his phone, TikTok, iPad, like a
It said
YouTube video.
650 million.
See, told you.
Is that what you said?
I'm 626 mil.
626.
And then like the
million.
TV will be playing like sports.
Yeah.
Like
I'm aware
and how-
I
because
haven't
and
turned
how
my
long are
TV on
these-
in like 6 years.
And how long are these TikToks?
It depends.
It
Sometimes you
depends.
get like 30-second, 1 minute, or 3 minute, and somewhere in between.
So like an average might be like a minute of video,
Average is
right?
probably a minute.
Probably, yeah.
there's no
You gotta
way
find
that's
it?
the full length.
Well, if
you
it's
have
a-
you definitely
if
don't have
it's
to
a-
watch the full length. I'm telling you, like 600 million seconds is like 4 years.
Well,
Or
so
like
it-
the
if
math
it's-
is not accurate at all on that, but I'm saying it's a lot longer than you think. Cheech,
What
this
is-
math, this is
Isn't
not
there
good
a
pod.
calculator on
Haven't
that
you?
fancy
Have you ever
phone?
watched a TikTok of them going to like the laundromat or like the car wash and getting the money out? Yes. Why? That's 3 minutes long most of the time. I'll watch it twice.
I watched the whole thing.
Like,
Yeah, and you watch
will
it
it
twice.
happily? And I'm like this, right on my phone, just like lost.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good.
Yep.
For what?
Do you just like look up and it's like 3 hours
right.
later?
Yeah.
Oh, 3
exactly
hours
what
would be
happens.
good.
Or it's like 4 a.m. and you're like, oh, I have to wake up and
The worst though is like when you're on it and like something will be on your TV and then like you fall down the TikTok rabbit
Yeah.
The
hole.
It
rabbit
is a
hole.
rabbit
And then
hole.
you look up and it's like the same movie just starting over again. And you're like,
oh, shit.
I was definitely
It's so
confused.
bad.
I have
I mean,
a story about
oh
that.
my god, it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
my-
it's amazing.
My favorite
20
thing on my
years.
album.
Yeah.
20 years.
Okay, no, okay, so 626 million seconds is 20 years. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
So if you're saying that every TikTok, let's say on average, is a minute long, that's 626 million minutes. And 620. I'm not even doing the rest of the math because
the funny
like,
thing is
that's
once I said
seconds
it,
to
times
translate
it's
to-
120 years, right?
It's
if it's 60,
sure.
I don't know if
whatever.
that's accurate either. I don't
20
know.
years worth of
I
TikToks is
I
not
didn't
right.
think you were going to calculate me. I thought you were going to look up your own TikTok.
Fuck no, I don't even have TikTok.
Shay,
out,
Shay
dude.
feels
I
so
hate TikTok.
Backstabbed right now.
Wait a minute.
I do because
I
I
don't
really
mean
thought he
it.
was looking.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me
Yeah.
that according to your math,
There's like 40.
which I'm questioning the accuracy of.
I looked it up. I'm not. This is not my math. This is a calculator on
This is
the
Google.
internet.
Yeah, this is Google. How many?
What
Yeah.
is 600?
I
What
wonder
is
if that's what it-
626? Yeah,
Okay.
it's 19 years, 10 months, 1 day, 8 hours, 53 minutes,
So
and 20
then it
seconds.
has to be
Shay,
just
I-
whatever is on your screen.
Yeah,
Correct.
it has
It
to.
has to just count
There's
every
no
single
possible
one that
way.
you
Yeah.
scroll
Doesn't
through.
matter if you
Yeah.
Right.
watch it or
I think if
not.
it shows up on your phone, it has to count as,
It
a
counts.
view.
Okay.
If you're doing that, I believe that because you can
Over.
fly through
Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
believe
Yeah.
that.
And there's
yeah.
times where I have.
Absolutely believe that.
Especially
for
if I
sure.
go to a specific sound and I just want to watch that.
it. I just remember being
Yeah,
like
flip.
12 years old and
My
doing
money
the
don't
math
tingle,
on my
tingle.
calculator and being
Folds.
like, "Oh, there's only 56 thousand seconds in a day," or it's like something like that. You
Never,
realize
not
it's like
once
40
in my
It's crazy.
life have I ever thought of that.
oh well,
Never, not once.
How many?
Chris said he thought about it at 13.
What?
Well,
how many
I got this calculator when I started high school, and it had all this stuff, and I was like, "How many seconds are in a day? How many
This
are in a
is-
year? How
this
many are
is-
in a million years?"
This is
and
exactly.
I was just like, "Okay."
Shay, this is exactly why he gets a Xanax in the car ride up to fucking.
Yeah, dude, I don't stop.
exactly why.
I like messing. We would like stay up late the one night, and I was just making math problems for people because we were bored. It's like, let's find this. And I was like, you think a rectangle's a square?
Oh my
A square's a rectangle.
That's hilarious.
I love that.
I can't.
It's only after like 1 a.m. and like,
Yeah.
it's annoying. If I'm doing that, cut me off. If I'm
Right.
talking about the Pythagorean theorem.
I
would
can't.
be
Chris, you're
like
too smart.
totally into it and asking all kinds of questions because I don't know anything about any of that stuff.
He would love every second
I know
of that.
certain
Be like,
things.
tell me more.
And he'd be like, happily.
Well, then it would be other things.
I'll tell you
like,
everything.
Let me tell you about 1990s grunge guitar players.
Yeah.
It's the other thing I'm like super.
It's like Tuesday. Chris, it's time for work.
Yeah.
We've been up for 3 days.
Yeah.
Just
No
figuring
math
out
here.
math problems.
Yeah.
You know how many galaxies are in this little area up here?
Dimebag Darrell's been dead for this many seconds right now.
But in reality, he's alive.
All right. Jay, do you have any questions for Sarah?
Even if I did, we don't have time, man.
I think this might be the record for the longest episode if we talk about this part and our first part.
We're at an hour and 28 minutes.
Oh,
For
wow.
the whole show?
What do you
Whole show.
normally?
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's not
yeah,
as
that's
bad.
not
as,
bad.
no,
We're
not
usually
bad.
like an hour and 10. Yeah.
That's
And
not
we
bad.
went
It
longer
didn't
on
feel
the
like
first
that.
time. No, okay.
No, we got carried away with the skettios and that.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
Because
conversations.
it's a fucking weird food.
We're all
Fuck
gonna
yeah,
eat
it is.
Jay's my
SpaghettiOs
comfort
and
food, man.
noodles.
It's what I made when I was young, and I still have it, man.
Me too.
I just
don't
did a
eat
lot
it
of oodles and
anymore.
noodles.
Oh, yeah? Oh, if we're talking about
Wait,
flavors.
Are you cup of noodles or are you the Marachon?
I'm ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oodles and
Mar-
noodles.
Marachon?
Do you remember the cup of
bag.
soup?
The bag.
Oh, that shit's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cup of soup
In the styrofoam.
in the packet, in the paper packet.
No, I don't know.
Hold on,
Not
wait.
in the paper one.
I know
Yes,
the-
hold on.
It was like a paper envelope, and it had the powder,
Yeah.
and like the noodles in there.
I actually feel like
Was
I
it
do
all mixed
remember
together
this.
already? No, I don't know this at all.
mixed together
Oh,
already.
I remember. That was my very first introduction to ramen ever.
Yeah,
I feel like I
Noodles.
definitely do
But they
remember that
weren't
being a
like
thing.
ramen noodles. They
No.
were like
No,
chicken
it was
noodle
like
soup
noodles.
noodles.
Like the wide ones.
The wide ones. My sister and I used to like hide in the kitchen and eat that like it was
Like raw, like chips.
Yeah.
So my,
Prison
my
food?
brother eats
Sick.
noodles raw.
Remember a Fun Dip with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
We
You do
used
it.
to get the Fun Dip sticks, but put it in the cup of soup.
Yeah. A savory
that.
one.
Savory but
God.
sweet.
Yeah, man.
Eat that like out of. We thought it was so good,
I could do that.
It is.
but like no water, no nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, how did that
I would
work?
agree
Did you
with-
pour it into like a pot of water?
No.
Out of the envelope? You would just eat it in the envelope?
Yes.
I don't know this
We
at all.
would
I gotta look
eat
this
the
up.
No.
seasoned powder.
He's asking.
Oh,
how
just
it-
the powder.
Yeah, we would lick.
They would. Yeah.
We would lick our fingers.
Yeah.
And then stick
Oh,
it
yeah.
in
I thought you were eating like the noodles and stuff
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah. So did I.
You rub
yeah.
your gums.
Oh, everything. The
All of it.
noodles.
Oh, yeah,
the
all of it.
seasoned packet.
All crunch. Yeah.
Just
Hell yeah.
raw.
raw.
Love it.
She puts the raw in ramen.
Raw.
Raw and ramen.
But-
All of
Badoots.
that. And back to the ketchup.
Yeah.
We had a
Oh.
McDonald's style
The pumper.
pump
Oh, yeah?
at my house.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah, and it was in the refrigerator
Oh, as
yeah,
it should
was.
Chilled.
at all times.
Yeah.
And I would lay under it and pump ketchup in there.
Oh,
I love it.
my hero.
I love it.
So between that,
So she literally means she doesn't give a shit how it
yeah.
is. She's just gonna eat it.
I would do that in like 6th grade and then was very weird for a couple months, I think. Who's the kid eating raw ketchup in the cafeteria? The new kid. Yeah.
yeah, like
Girls
between
aren't
the
flocking to you
ketchup
when you're
and
eating
the
ketchup
soup.
out of the tub.
You
Yeah.
gotta find the right one. She would have been fine with it.
Yeah. If
guys
only.
would've been
We would have gone
eating
back to
ketchup.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or it would have got competitive.
it probably would have
God,
gotten knowing
I
I
myself.
can eat more ketchup than you, bitch.
We really know that's exactly what Chris would do.
Chug
I
this
know.
ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the math on the
Absolutely.
metric tons of ketchup. we're doing.
It would have got bad.
This is a size 10 can.
Yeah, I have much better eating habits now.
Don't forget to
I
put
I
the
don't.
extra
I
hole.
do. I never cook at home.
Ah,
The
yeah. man.
airflow.
Every day.
Do at home?
Yeah,
Do you?
I do.
That's a good habit to have. I hate cooking at home.
It makes me furious every time I do it.
I hate it. It makes me sick. The only thing I cook at home is ramen. And I don't even eat it as soup.
Yeah.
Because soup's fucking disgusting.
You don't even.
You need the fun dip stick.
Just pour
That's
it
what I
in your
mean.
mouth.
Raw. With just raw noodle, raw seasoning.
I could see you putting like the powder in the noodle and then just pouring hot water in your mouth.
Absolutely. Why not?
I'm just doing it like
it's a flavored broth.
Yeah, to eat like melting pot style
Absolutely.
in your mouth.
Absolutely.
We'll do that on a TikTok. We'll work on that.
Fuck it. I'll literally do anything for a TikTok.
Yeah, and you'll do anything for a Klondike bar, like from Pittsburgh. So I don't know.
I can't believe that. I can't wait to tell like my mom.
That's gonna be another 20 minutes.
What's the other thing I can't wait to tell people that you talk? Oh, jingle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to fucking tell people.
Do you know that?
Tell people off.
My money don't jingle.
Jingle.
It's jingle.
Yeah, like in your pocket.
Yeah, coins.
I get it now.
But if you look it up on TikTok, you will see the debates that people have over this.
People also, my favorite.
Yeah.
What did they say debate was deep in my womb lands.
Which one's that?
It was actually deep in my womb, Lance.
Oh, that's a difference.
I mean, either one is a little. That's hit or miss there.
It was like an influencer spat that was happening a couple months ago on TikTok. It overtook.
I probably seen it and it went. And I just bypassed it.
In your 626
Yeah, you probably flipped through it.
Yeah, it was a big one. And this woman
16 years ago when I saw
deep in my womb, Lance, but everyone on TikTok thought she said deep in my womb lands, which then prompted a lot of music that said deep in my womb lands.
Yeah. Instead of land.
Sounds like a show on Vice. Womb land.
Yeah. I agree.
I kind of want to go there. What happens?
I think it sounds fine.
Yeah, like what happens in the womb land?
Yeah, you don't want to know. I don't know.
You don't want to.
That's Lance, man.
It sounds cozy.
It sounds
warm
yeah.
Bring a rain.
Off and you both
It
said
sounds like a hug.
Bring
man.
Bring a raincoat. Might
Like
be a
a
little warm.
fluid sack or
I
whatever
don't
they're
know.
in.
A lot of pinks and reds.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you ever taken mushrooms?
Yeah, right?
That's what it's like.
That's exactly where we went.
Take mushrooms to be in the
Breezy,
woods.
Cheech.
Yep.
That was awesome.
On the other side of this trip.
That's hilarious.
Well, I think we should probably wrap it up here, Cheech.
I
feel like
Wombland.
yeah, let's end on the womb land.
And
Absolutely.
on the Womblands.
So Sarah, thank you again for taking the time. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Cheech and Chey, I'm
Had
sure.
a great time.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes,
you've
thank you so much
enlightened
for
us
being
to Yoo-Hoos and Ketchup and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Try it out. Let me
Chilled
know.
in the box.
And I'm glad we got to touch on some Nebby Neighbor and some improv stuff and some stand-up stuff in between our food talk.
Yeah.
But for Sarah and for Shaylee Baby and for producer Cheech, I'm Chris. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We hope you had a good time. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the show to catch the latest episodes and share with your friends. We can't promise not to embarrass you. And if you just can't get enough, follow us on Instagram at Poor Man's Podcast 412, Twitter at Poor Man's Pod 412, and Facebook. This is Pittsburgh's own Poor Man's Podcast signing off. See you next week. Woo! Woo!